Hello guys, my name is Rahul and welcome to this session on Java language. In this video, we are going to talk about advanced patterns program in Java. As a part of this video, I'm going to cover three major topics. The first one is how to print the below patterns in Java using the hard-coded value. In the second one, we will try to understand the logic behind this. And in the third one, we will pass the value and will get the output printed in console section or command prompt accordingly. Guys, if you have not followed the Instagram channel of codespark, then the channel name is on the screen. You can go and you can just follow it. So let's get started. In order to understand this concept, I have something over here. And this is I have segregated in different steps so that you can understand what all things you required in order to get your desired output. So in step 1, if you can see, we have a one-dimensional, and this is what we call vertical pattern. In step 2, if you can see, we have a horizontal pattern. Again, this is in 1D. And using this step 1 and step 2, you will get your 2D pattern printed in your console section, and using this 2D pattern you will get your desired output in the triangle shape. Again, if you want to have the reverse triangle printed, then again you will have to get the one-dimensional printed, and after that you will have to print this, and using this you will be getting this type of output. Let's go to Eclipse and try to understand how we can print one-dimensional. So this I have already covered in this lecture, and the link I have added in the description box panel. And again, if you want to understand the loop concept, this link also I have added in the description box panel, so you can go and you can hit on the link to watch this videos. And in case of you find this content useful, then you can just hit on like button and subscribe the channel. Because I'm going to print one-dimensional, so I will have to use one for loop, and over here I'll just say int I equals to 1, I should be less than equals to 3, and then I'll just use the update expression. Now over here I'll just say south, and I'll just try to print star. Since I have used println, so it will print the value in the vertical line and you will get this kind of output, right? Again, if you want to increase the value, you can do that, 4, 5, 6. And if you want to get the output in a horizontal way, then you just have to use print over here, and you just have to hit on run button, and you will get this output printed. In order to print space in between stars, you just have to put one space here, and after that you just have to run your code. Now once you run your code, this kind of output you will get printed. Again, the alternate way to print this space would be using the concatenation concept. So over here you just have to use the double quotes and give one space there and just try to run your code. You will get the same output printed. So in between stars we have one space printed here, right? So this is how we print one-dimensional pattern. In order to print 2D pattern, what you will have to do? You will have to take another for loop. So I'll just say int j equals to 1, j should be less than equals to 3, and j plus. Inside it, I'll just say, and over here, I'll just say star. Now if you use println, then definitely you will get something different output. So over here, I'll just set this, and now I'll try to run my code. Now if you just try to run your code, you will get two-dimensional pattern printed. Now again, if you want to put one space in between stars, then you just have to give one space here and try to run your code. Then you will get space printed in between the stars. So this is how we can print two-dimensional. If I just show you the pattern, how we can print. So over here, you just have to say I, save your code and try to run it. Now if you just run your code, you will get the same pattern printed which we have seen here, right? Same pattern you can see I have printed, but in this case I have used the value is 3. If you want to increase it, you can increase the value. So if I just say 5 over here and try to run, then it will print the value like this, right? So you can increase the value as per your requirement, but just to make you understand, I have used the lower value like 3, and this is how you can print the value. Now let's go and try to understand the logic behind this. So the logic is very simple. This is for good practice. If you get any pattern type of program in your interview round or any other round, you just have to create a table like this, start putting all these stars in it, and start doing the numbering like 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. So this is this horizontal line we call rows. this vertical lines we call columns. So in Java, like standard thing, we use I for rows. So this is what we call rows loop, and this is what we call columns. So guys, if you want, you can change the value. It's not like mandatorily you will have to use I. If you want, you can use m and something, any variable you can use. So over here, if you can see the value of I. So this is what we call I, right? This is I and this is j. So the value of I is getting increased, 1, 2, 3, and the value of column is also getting increased, 1, 2, 3. So if I just create this table, so I can say the value of I is getting increased from 1 to 3 and j value is also getting increased from 1 to 3. Now if we try to develop the code here, so what I'll do is I'll just use for, and over here I'll just say int I equals to 1, I should be less than equals to 3, then I'll just say update expression, that is I++. Now I'll use inner loop and I'll just say int over here equals to 1, j should be less than equals to I, and then j++. Now over here I'll just say SOPRINT, and over here this is system.out.print, and I'll just put star and one space, right? And you will have to put semicolon in here. Now over here you just have to say SOP. This is system.out.println. Now guys, if we just try to understand this logic, let's try to understand this. So here what is the value of I? So we have I equals to 1. Now if we check the condition, is 1 less than equals to 3? This is true. If this is true, then it will get inside the inner loop and it will start iterating the value of j from 1 till it gets end, right? So if we just see here, what is the value of j? We have j equals to 1. Now what is the condition? J should be less than equals to I. It means the value of j is 1 and the value of I is again 1. Now tell me, is 1 less than equals to 1? This is true. If this is true, it will get inside it and it will print 1 star. So it will print 1 star like this here, and it will put 1 space. So the cursor will be here now, because we have used system.out.print and not the println. So the cursor will be here. Now again it will go and check for another condition. So what is the condition here? The value of j will get increased to 2. Now it will check, is 2 less than equals to 1? This is false. If this is false, it will terminate the loop and it will execute system.out.println. This is nothing but the next. So the cursor will be here now. Again it will go and it will check. So the I value will get incremented to 2. Now is 2 less than equals to 3? Yeah, this is again true. If this is true, it will get inside this loop and it will start executing the value of j from 1 till the value of I. So over here, what is the value of I? What is the value of j here? So the j value is 1. Now it will check for the condition, is 1 less than equals to 2? Because we have I value 2 and condition is j should be less than equals to I. So yes, this is true. If this is true, again it will print 1 star here like this, and it will put 1 space and the cursor will be here, right? Now again it will check. The j value will get increased. So 2 less than equals to 2. Again this is true. It will print 1 star and cursor will be like this. Now the j value will get incremented to 3. Is 3 less than equals to 2? This is false. Again, if this is false, the cursor will be here, right? And it will be waiting here, right? Now again it will go and check. What is the value of I now? The I value will get increased to 3. Now it will check, is 3 less than equals to 3? This is again true. If this is true, again the value will start, the j value will start iterating from 1 till 3. So it will check, is 1 is less than equals to 3? This is again true. If this is true, it will put 1 star here. Again 1 space. Now again it will check, is 2 less than equals to 3? Yeah, this is again true. If this is true, again it will print 1 star here and 1 space. Again the value of j will get increased to 3. Is 3 less than equals to 3? Yes, this is true. It will print 1 star like this. Now the value of j will get increased to 4. Is 4 less than equals to 3? No, this is not a correct statement, then it will terminate the loop and you will get this type of output printed in your console section. So the same logic I have used here. So if you can see, the value of I is 1, and what is the maximum value of I? It should be less than and equals to 3, right? So it will iterate the value. If this condition is true, it will get inside the inner loop, and the j value will start iterating from 1 till the value of I, and it will print the output, and you will get this type of output printed in your console section. So this is the concept of hard coding of the value, because we are hard coding the value of I. Now if we talk about the user input value, so what you will have to do is you just have to use scanner class concept, and this scanner class concept I have already explained in the previous video. If you have not watched the video, then you can just refer this lecture number 20, and the link I have added in the description box panel. So guys, if you can see here, this is a scanner class, and over here I have a variable. So what I'm doing here is I'm just printing this, enter the value to print the pattern, and this HC value, the user value which user will be entering, we are just scanning the value and we are storing that value in the user value variable. Now instead of hard coding the value, I'll just say user value over here, right? Now if user enters 5, so indirectly it will assign that 5 over here, and this will be like 5. But in the previous case, what we were doing, we were just entering the value 3. So we were hard coding the value. In this case, we are getting the value from the user, and we are asking compiler to print the output accordingly, right? So in this case, if I just save my code and try to run it, then I will get this kind of UI first, and you just have to enter the value as a user. Now once you enter, you just have to hit on enter and you will get this pattern printed. If I just say 5 over here and click on enter, then you will get this kind of output printed. So this is how you can hard code, and you can use the user value in order to print this type of pattern in Java language. Now let's try to understand this type of pattern. So again, you will have to be very careful on how we can print 1D pattern, and hope you got to know how to print 1D pattern. If you know this, then this will be very easy to print. So let's try to understand the logic, how we can print. So I have something over here. Now this again, in order to print that particular pattern, you will have to create a table like this, and you can start doing the numbering. So what you can do is, we have two possibilities. Either you can increase the value of I and you can decrease the value of column, or you can decrease the value of I and you can increase the value of column. So it's on you guys. Whatever you want, you can do that. But ultimately, they will get the same output, right? Now let's try to understand the logic. In the first pattern, we can conclude this number of stars is equals to number of rows. I can say this. So if you see here in the first numbering, so we have 1, and in one row, how many stars we have? Only 1. Now this is second row. In second row, how many stars we have? 2. In the third row, how many stars we have? 3. So this is how we can conclude, if number of stars equals to number of rows, then you will have to use this type of concept. Again guys, you will have to understand whether that particular concept is getting applied on that particular solution or not. If it is not, then you will have to think any other solution or any other alternate solution. Now let's try to understand this logic. So in order to print this, what you will have to do, you will have to use the same concept. Int I equals to, so if I just assume the first one, then I will just say int I equals to 1, and I should be less than equals to 3, and I plus plus, right? And over here, I'll just use the inner for loop, and I'll just say int j equals to. Now guys, here I is getting increased 1, 2, 3. That's why I have used int I equals to 1. I have started I from 1. But in this case, what is the value of j? The j value is getting started from third one. So in this case, you will have to start like this. Int j equals to 3. Now put semicolon and just say j should be greater than equals to I. And again, you will have to use the decrement statement here, not the increment statement, right? Now over here you just have to say SOPRINT and put star here inside the double quote, and I'll just give one space, put semicolon, and over here just say SOP and just close this. Now let's try to understand this. Now if you can see, what is the value of I we have? I value is 1. Now tell me, is 1 less than equals to 3? This is true. If this is true, it will get inside the inner loop and it will start iterating the value. Now let's try to iterate the value of j. So j value is 3. Now what is the condition we have? We have j is greater than equals to I. Now tell me, is 3 is greater than equals to I? This is true. If this is true, it will get inside this and it will start printing 1 star, right? So 1 star will get printed. Now again the j value will get decremented to 2. Now tell me, 2 is greater than equals to I. So I value is 1. So yeah, this is again true. If this is true, again it will print it will print the star at the second place or second position. Now tell me, is 1 greater than equals to 1? This is again true. It will print the star here, right? Now once it gets printed, it will check for another condition, that would be 0. Is 0 greater than equals to 1? No. It will terminate the loop, it will get inside this and it will come here. So the cursor will be now here, right? Now the value of I will get increased to 2. Now tell me, is 2 less than equals to 3? This is again true. It will again iterate. It will get inside this and now the value of j will iterate from the 3 value. So what is the value of I we have? The I value is 2 now. This is the I value, right? So I value is 2 now. Now tell me, is 3 is greater than equals to 2? This is again true. If this is true, it will print the first star at the 3rd position over here, right? Now the j value will get decreased to 2. Now tell me, is 2 is greater than equals to 2? This is again true. It will print the star here. Now again it will check, is 1, because the j value will get decreased to 1. Now 1 is greater than equals to 2. This is false. It will terminate the loop and the cursor will go here like this over here. Now it will go here. It will check for another condition. Is 3 is less than equals to 3? This is again true. If this is true, the command will come here inside the inner loop and it will again start the iterating value from 3 to the required value. What is the value of j? So j value is 3. Now is 3 is greater than equals to 1? This is true. If this is true, sorry, it should be 3, right? Because the value of I is 3 now. Is 3 is greater than equals to 3? This is true. It will print the star here. Now the j value will get decreased to 2. Again it will check, is 2 is greater than equals to 3? No. It will terminate the loop and you will get this kind of output printed. In this case, guys, what you will have to do is, you just have to start the value of I from 3 till 1. So it would be like that. Int I is equals to 3. Then I should be greater than equals to 1 and I minus minus. And inside for the j value, you will have to use the same expression which I have used for the I here. Now let's try to go to Eclipse and see the output. So I'll create one more class. Now in this case, what I will have to do is I will have to just change the value. So I'm going to remove this for now, scanner value. Let's understand with the help of hard coding value first. So over here, I'll just use 3, right? And we'll change the value of j to 3. And I'll just say j should be greater than equals to I. And over here, you will have to say minus minus. Now, if I just try to run my code, I will get output like, and the same output which we are looking for, right? This type of output. If you want to change the value, you can change it. So I'll just say 5 over here, right? I'll just say 5. And again, this you will have to start from the 5. Now let's try to run your code. You will get this kind of output printed. In order to use the user input value, I will just copy this and I'll just go here and I'll just paste it, right? So the same user value I'll copy from here and I'll just remove it and I'll use it, and you will get output like this. So this is how we can get the value from the user, and we can start printing the value in the console section. So if I just change the value to 5, I will get this kind of pattern. So guys, this is how we print this type of pattern in Java language. In case of any query or any doubt, you can just let me know in the comment section, or you can also drop us an email at codespark567@gmail.com, and the email ID is visible on the screen. I'm doing a lot of hard work on in order to create videos, and there's all notes. The notes and the source codes I have added in the description box panel. You can go and you can watch. In case if you like this video, please hit on the like button, do subscribe the channel, and share this videos with your friends and your relatives. Thank you for watching this video. Stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.